So I met Andrew when he was about 8 or 9 years old. He played for our travel ball team. I was introduced to him through my partner Travis, who had coached him in a local youth league, and haven't been able to keep him out of the gym since. Andrew's just a hardworking, humble kid. Ever since the moment I met him, been super skilled, super cerebral. This kid, like, you teach him anything and he applies it right away and keeps it for the rest of his life. He doesn't even have to work on it. You just tell him and kind of show him something. Even when he was like 9, 10 years old, and as he got older, we would just give him more and more challenges. Like, hey man, if you're really that good and you should be ranked, like when he was in 8th grade, you'd be putting up games at 30. And then, his 8th grade year, right before high school, he averaged 30 on the circuit with us. He's always stepped up to the challenges. This last year especially, he's grown tremendously. His sophomore year, he was the best player in our entire valley, without a doubt. He was averaging like 20 and 10. And it was that COVID year. And I just came back from playing overseas myself. So he was playing me every day and just getting used to that physicality. And, him being 6'7" his freshman year, he was, just a typical catch and shoot guy in the corner on varsity. And then after that whole summer, going into the sophomore year, he was just abusing people with his body. This year he had to make a lot of adjustments just because he was getting a lot of double teams, a lot of triple teams coming, guys taking charges left and right, just trying to flop on him. So he went from just, brute strength and just running through people and finishing hard at the rim to having to mix that with the finesse. You see him get into a lot of fades, a lot of off the dribble. He's, showing that side of his game, Even when he was younger, he was the tallest player on our team, and he was playing point guard. So a lot of people think of him as a big or as a 4 or 5, but he could play any position and he could dominate at any position. And now I think that the place where he's improved the most this last year is last year when he moved up to 17s because they needed him for EYBL. He couldn't guard those elite guards like that. He couldn't keep him out of the paint. And now this offseason, you see him in the EYBL and nobody's touching the paint on him. And if they do, he's usually blocking it and recovering, walling up, and getting the rebound. I feel like people haven't even really seen the best of Andrew. Obviously, he's had games of 30 against Sierra Canyon and all these top-ranked teams. He's on strive for greatness, but people really don't know how good he is yet. He's playing in AAU and kind of, run and gun type of basketball, but once he gets into a system, that's where he's really going to thrive, and it's going to show people just how efficient his decision making. He's been working out with pros and playing against pros the last like 2-3 years, so that's why he looks and plays like a grown man, and he carries himself. You don't see all the extras with him, but I see him playing whatever school, high major, low major, mid major. I see him coming in and being able to fill a role right away, and doing whatever the coach needs, because it doesn't matter. If you need a shooter, you see it on Strive for Greatness right now. He's knocking down threes left and right. When they need a bucket, he's getting to the rim off the dribble. He's posting up. If he's not getting the ball, he's not touching it because, they have so many other great players on the team. He's not afraid to crash the glass or go get a rebound and push it himself. So I feel like he could fit into any system. This offseason especially, going into his senior year, playing his final year of AAU, we've been working on him just finishing over elite athletes. Him being able to get to off the dribble threes with little space, him hitting tough shots, obviously playing EYBL, it's going to be the best players. So he's not going to get open looks very often. And then most importantly, his defense and just being a dog and being a hound. That's what I want to see out of him. He's done a tremendous job really improving his defense and keeping people out of the paint and blocking shots. But now I want to see him like really pick people up and get up in them and show people, just how hungry he really is.
Regardless of the amount of stars that he has by his name, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, he's drawn a lot of attention from college coaches, big time schools. What do you think what do you think that they are interested in him? Is it his size, or I predict this is outside shooting at his size. What do you think it is?
I mean, I think it's because he's the whole package. He can score inside, he can score outside against elite talent. And he's a chameleon. It doesn't matter what team he's on, he's going to find a way to make a difference. Not too many guys who can play the wing, average 10, 12, can put up 14, 15 rebounds, can shoot NBA threes. It's hard not to like a guy. And, I mean, the kid is just so hard working. Like when he comes back from these EYBL sessions, I have to call his mom and his girlfriend and keep him out of the gym because he won't stay out of the gym. If he could live here and skip class, like, he would. I mean, he has like a 3.7 GPA, but he's just so, like, you just see it. You watch him for a few minutes, you get to talk to him. He just plays the right way. He plays super efficient basketball, and whenever he steps on the floor, you have a good chance of winning.